Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. It's not about the vegetable garden today, though it is looking lush and lovely, but I want to talk to you about the next steps of creating the butterfly garden. We've made some decisions that I'd like to talk to you about, and actually also, if you know anything about this, I would be very grateful for your advice. As you can see, most of all the flowering have turned to seed, but if you look closely in between all the seed heads, actually we do still have quite a lot of flowering and quite a lot of butterflies. Some clover is coming out, and some of the things that didn't catch when we first seeded it because it was so dry is now coming out, and it's super pleasing. I see here is like a chicory. That's super important now. It's the first year, of course, but I see in other places in the garden we have lots of chicory flowering now. So some of the things that are coming now will extend the flowering season next year, and that's what we need. We still do have quite a lot of flowers also other places in the garden, so there's no need for alarm. There's lots of food for bees and butterflies. But when we talk about butterflies, a lot of the butterflies that are really under pressure, numbers dwindling and all of that, they need a specific sort of a soil, a nutrient poor soil, where there are openings for a lot of specific plants to self-seed that then the butterflies need for their larvae, caterpillars, and to feed on. This is super nutrient dense and heavy clay soil, and it means that if we were to turn this into nutrient poor soils, it would take us maybe 30 years. And it meaning that every year we would have to cut all of this back and remove everything, so taking nutrients out of the system. With my permaculture heart, I think I just cannot do it for several reasons, and I'll talk to you about this, because it feels like we are working, if we were to do that, take everything away once a year, take nutrients out all the time, it would be like working against what's already there, and that's not, it doesn't feel right to my system. So we've decided to leave this and see what self-seeds and see what happens with the soil if we are just leaving this. But also seeing now, I'm walking around the garden every day, of course, and I see how many birds are feeding on all the seeds that are in here. So this is like an amazing winter buffet for birds, and it wouldn't feel right to take that down in a way. So we are leaving it, and I might regret it in a couple of years, but then we can change our minds again. I think that's the way I want to go about it, and yes, just leaving it. And I think it's also incredibly beautiful, even if it has less colors now, lots and lots of shapes and amazing, beautiful seed heads. That's always a love of mine, looking at seed heads. They are so pretty and amazingly constructed. So that's another joy of gardening. So we are leaving this and seeing what happens, and then next step, of course, is to plant this fall, and next spring to plant all of the host plants for all the larvae. We are going to plant host plants for all the day butterflies that we can, and they might not come here, but if they were to pass us, there would be food for their caterpillars and for them. Some butterflies, we are learning as we work, some butterflies are maybe only inhabiting a space like this circle, as tiny as this circle, and some butterflies fly for thousands of kilometers to get here. So it's a crazy interesting project, this, and we are learning things as we go along. This bit of the butterfly garden, that's the circle where we are making like a 2 meter wide sort of border with lots of buddleia, lots of other flowering things for butterflies and insects, and also a lot of just nectar plants. It should be incredibly beautiful and full of life for meditation, for drum dancing, for yoga, just to lie around and be surrounded by beauty and insect life and birds and all of that. I'm super excited to make this circle. So right now I'm going to move a lot of horse manure into this border of the 2 meter border and build the soil, and hopefully when rain starts to come back this fall, I will be able to plant. I have so many excess plants to move out from the food forest, of course, and I'm still pulling plants out from all the containers in the supermarket. So, so I'm stacking up to plant this and make it incredibly lush and beautiful. It'll take a couple of years, but exciting work. I'm really pleased with this. I also want to tell you about my plan with these bits. Of course, a lot of this is going to self-seed, but it's also going to turn into stingy nettles and thistles and grasses and stuff like that, and that's okay. It's part of the process. But what I want to do for I think maybe the next 15 years or so, I am going to plant a lot of perennials. So moving from like an more annual based coverage of the soil, I'm going to just randomly plant a lot of perennial flowers that I know the butterflies and the bees and all the other insects are loving. So it's going to be an interesting slow process. Oh, there's a painted lady. Hello, darling. Lots of painted ladies this year. It's really it's quite amazing, and I see that it's at least a second generation flying right now because they look fresh and delicious. So I'm also excited about this. My idea is that I'm just going to walk into the food forest that needs a lot of cleaning out, and then I'm just gonna dig up a lot of plants and then randomly plant them, because I want this to have a wild feel. So no lines, no order, except for these borders of the crocosmias that we planted along all of the pathways. They have been looking so beautiful, and I'm amazed that they actually made it through this very dry season looking this good. Next year, hopefully, they are going to be even more prolific in their flowering, and I sometimes think it's going to feel like walking like a fiery path in this late summer. I think that's about it, guys. Still super pleased with this project and so excited to learn new things all the time, and also it's exciting to create different spaces. If I was just creating more food forest, I wouldn't be as excited, I think. It's always interesting to try new things and to work with the land in new ways. And I have been collecting so many seeds, you wouldn't believe it. I have big, huge bags of seed to give away and to fill in spaces where I think they are needed, but mainly to give away because I am hoping that this butterfly project will be overflowing to the rest of the island. More on that in coming videos, but it's exciting work. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you later.